anytime I create interaction like I did with this group, it makes me know what I don't know, if that makes sense. So let me throw some examples out there. So I think with this group, we're looking at three things. The third one being the hardest, second one being a little harder, and the first one just being a question. So let's go through these. The problem, describe the real friction. What is slowing you down? What is the problem? Like what is a problem, and being able to identify a problem. I mean, sometimes you may not know a problem exists, but there will be a problem. Okay, practical outcome, and this is the not the technology outcome, but how would you like the problem to be solved? Third one is this is the more complicated one. It says Python. I mean, how is this done? Some of these I may not ever want to be able to be the one to answer those. There'll be people that answer. I want to look at number one and two, and then have people, like outsource the third one. Okay, let me look at all three of these, and these are the three case scenarios I provided in this chat, and I don't really see anyone else providing it in this format. I think this format because I like this format because here's a problem I have. Maybe uh, maybe you're describing the situation not knowing there's a problem. So it could be a problem, or it could be I could reword this situation. But um, anyway, let's go into my three, and I have like either AI or I have some like explanation. I can explain this on the video. So the mocha pot. So I walk into my Italian Airbnb and I see this right here. I mean, this is on the cruise ship, but I'm like, hey, man, what's this? What is this? And I'm like, mocha pot. Okay, like, what do you do with it? And eventually I use AI and I stumble on a video. Man, this thing is really cool. It makes really great coffee. Like, I'm not saying it's like a 10-year event, but I mean, it's like the coolest thing. Cool enough for me to go find a cafe in Florence and go buy one myself. Boom. So let's look at this. Um, I found an unfamiliar object in my Airbnb. Never seen one before. I'm American. I think these are more in Europe and especially Italy. So I wouldn't know what it would be. I mean, in my years on the earth, I have never seen one of these. I found an unfamiliar object in my Airbnb and didn't know what it was. So I'm trying to identify what it is. And you could even put this into the problem. Um, Practical outcome, I want to take a photo, send it to AI, and get that object instantly identified with a short explanation on how it works. Here's how I did it. ChatGPT. Now I pick up a pair of AI glasses in Barcelona on Friday. That will change. So I wouldn't have to like take a picture, upload it to. I've saved a shortcut. Yes, will it save like 20 seconds? Everything about life is saving, but it's the time. It's the distance or the. Let's say it took me maybe 40 seconds. Like maybe a minute to solve it. For taking a picture, uploading ChatGPT. Let's say somewhere around a minute. I'm going to be able to using wearable AI glasses. I'm going to take that down to like 10 seconds. I mean, let's call it. Like I'm going to save. Like I'm going to save like 600% of my time. Okay, I mean it's a small thing, but let's use that example. Okay, the client attached files, and not to expose every email I have, but I get this email. I hate attached files. That means I have to download them, put them to the project management system, upload them again, and with the explanation or whatever, which way I'd have the explanation part. But what I'd like is I'm using an external monitor. Here are the files, link. So I can just grab the whole thing, or one of my managers can. I don't mind if it's like, I don't mind working if it's like 4 or 5 seconds. I don't want to download the files, have them uploaded to, or download the files and then have to re-upload them to the project management system. It creates bandwidth on my side, whatever. I mean, it's like kind of a pet peeve with me, but it's a small thing. Okay, the outcome, and I could even adjust the outcome. Um, what's the technical outcome, and I want a satisfied client. Um, sorry, right here. Client, they automatically receive, and they are satisfied to know how to do that. Here's the email I got back after I made my little video that could have gone off out automatically through an AI automation implementation. You got it, Shane. Thanks for showing me and explaining the flow of information. I am on it. Grateful to you. So that would be part of the that would be part of the desired outcome. Is it always we want to always satisfy clients? I mean, we don't always get that, but anyway, third implementation. Let me show you this. This is a lot of work, and it's not going to come up all the time. This isn't something I'm doing all the time, but I create this post, and this is the members in the group. I am having to go, and I'm going to demonstrate how I'm doing this, and how the pre-AI model. So I would probably say, added you to the group chat. Okay, so now I have that. I'm doing a few of these. This is the non-AI version. Okay, add people. And I probably do a few of them at a time. Now, keep in mind the picture, just so okay, that's Janet Lee. We're going to add that person. We'll do a couple of these at a time. This is how I would think to do this pre-AI. But there is probably a way to go in there, and I talked about this in a video, but I'm going to recap this. AI would be able to determine the different ways of saying, yeah, man, look that's great. I'm interested in learn. I love this idea. Please count me in. There's not going to be the same verbiage. That's interesting. That's not me. I think AI and myself, this person's not asking to be, I might even put a follow-up question, have my robot or my, automation put a follow-up question. Anyone that says something positive, I ask a question, are you interested? So let's do one more, or at least one more. And this video is going to be too long, and I think it's useful enough to actually go up on my never watched public YouTube. Okay. Yep, this is the same person right here. Let's do one more. And I'll show you why we're doing it this way. And like I said, this is the non-AI version of this. This could be probably done. This is a few of these. I don't know the best part. Like, I think that's what this group is about, is looking at least at number one, and probably number two, maybe not number three. Okay, guys, tell me how you would do this. The possible way I know would be using, would be using Atlas in agent mode. It would be able to do this because you'd be logged in. And this is why it would require, maybe a title to the post. In the post titled, you'd have a title to the post. Could you please do this? So you might even edit this to do that. I don't know if you have to. You might have to. So let's do one more. Add people, and I'll show you why. Okay, and okay, this is the same person. Okay. Now we're gonna go here. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Oops, where'd you go? Boom. Boom. I think, and as you discover problems, like, okay, let's say Nina is saying, is that interesting? I would have AI, and I would ask in a way, anyone that shows interest that doesn't specifically ask to be, to participate, ask them a follow-up question. Would you like to be added to our AI chat in Facebook. We're going to abbreviate Facebook. And this could be done with AI. I mean, this thing's a lot of work. I mean, I've really like put some time. I mean, look at this thing. It's got 184 comments. I've gone through one by one. Problem is I miss stuff. This is AI. It doesn't miss anything. Anyway, so that would be a cool. In this group, yes, I have 3, and we can go over those 3. The Facebook group, interest detection, client attached files, MochaPod. Your goal and how you're going to learn from other people is to put your case. And there's probably even ways to, I think this is probably pretty good. Put case. Okay, boom. What is your case name? Here's the problem. And you might on the technical implementation, you might say I have no idea, and on number 1 you might just describe what you're doing, not even knowing number 2. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube, but I think this is a good exercise for the group, is to, okay, here's what I'm doing, 1, 2, 3, listing that and getting feedback from other group members, versus you're going to have some Python script back. You're going to have all these experts, but you're missing number 1 and 2. Okay, thanks guys.